What's up, everybody? It's Stas here. Welcome back to another video. As you guys read in the title of this video, I just wanted to go over 3 stocks that are starting to actively trend up and go over my plan regarding these 3 stocks that are actively showing signs of an uptrend right now. So we're going to go over that. But before I get into the topic of this video, my name is Stas. For all you new viewers out there, I make videos on YouTube dealing with swing trading, day trading, long-term investing, the stock market in general, and pretty much my philosophies and strategies behind investing in the stock market. So if you guys are interested in that, feel free to drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe, and let's get started with the topic of this video. So the first stock we're going to talk about here is T, which is AT&T, and these 3 stocks that I'm going to cover in today's video, they're all large cap, big corporations. A lot of money is behind all 3 of these companies I'm going to be talking about. So if we look a little bit closer at the charts, we see here over the 20-day or the 20-year chart, excuse me, this is the one we're on right now. We see that AT&T, the top resistance here over the past 20 years is at about $44, $43. And right now, guys, it's hovering above this SMA line we see here. This particular yellow SMA line, it's hovering above that at about $32, which is actually a previous support level. Right around here, we see again 32 is a previous support level, where from there it was able to go from 32 up to $44. And again, this is not a 1 to 2 week swing trade. This is more of a 2 to 3 month swing trade, in my personal opinion, AT&T. And if we look even closer, guys, at the 180-day 4-hour candlestick chart, we see that, okay, we saw AT&T bottomed off at $31. And why I'm saying this one is actively uptrending is because it was creating higher highs throughout these past couple of weeks. We see here creating higher highs and creating higher lows. We see the low here is 31. This one here is about 31.80. This one here is about $32. And pretty much it's actively trending up. It's, the price is going up, right, over time. And right now we just saw the break above the 180-day SMA line, where the EMA line is crossing above that SMA line, and the 50-day SMA line is starting to curl up, and it's looking to break above that 100 SMA line as well. So we look a little bit closer out here, we see that, okay, it's already broken above, right, and it's already trading above the EMA line. So this one is actually actively uptrending right now, and that's why I see a ton of value in AT&T. And I'm actually currently invested in AT&T. I have a smaller position, about $1,000, and I took this one about a couple of weeks ago, but I do plan on adding more to this position now that it's actually confirmed the uptrend that it's on, because it broke above the EMA line, and obviously it's trading above the EMA line, and it just broke above the 180-day SMA line. So that's the first one we're looking at. The second one we're looking at is Monster. Monster, another big beverage company, for those of you guys that don't know, for those of you guys that have been living under a rock for the past couple of years. So we see here Monster, and this one, just like AT&T, it just broke above the 180-day SMA line. It's actively uptrending. It's actively above the EMA line. It's trading above the EMA line, and it's also broken above the 50-day SMA line, and the 50-day SMA line is starting to curl up, which indicates an active uptrend pattern. So we see here, guys, Monster over the long term, it's obviously been trading up. I think throughout this whole bull run, Monster has been killing it, right? We see Monster hit highs of about $70. That was earlier this year if we look at the 1-year chart. Okay, from the 1-year chart, we see it hit $70 at its high right here, and we saw a huge drop from $70 to $47. And whenever we see huge companies like Monster take a big dip of 30%, we see this dip of 30%, that is a good amount of profit that's opened, where you would be able to invest in it and hold it as a swing trade if you believe in that company long term. And I personally believe in Monster long term, just like McDonald's as well. I made a video on McDonald's the other day talking about why I believe in McDonald's long term, and McDonald's saw a big dip of about 20%, where I was able to get in and make some nice profits from there. So right now, guys, I'm looking at Monster simply because we saw a huge 30% drop, and it's looking like Monster has recovered from this, from this big 30% drop. According to the 180-day chart, we see that it's actively uptrending. Like I said before, it's creating higher highs from the low here of about $47. The next low was at about $48, $49, and then it started to break above the EMA line. It broke above the 50-day SMA line, and it just began trading above that, and now it just broke above the 200, or excuse me, the 180-day SMA line, which is the ultimate indicator of an uptrend pattern. So that's why I'm looking at Monster right now as the second stock that's, actively uptrending. So the third one we're going to talk about is Pepsi, ticker symbol PEP. And just like the other two ones that I was talking about, T and Monster, Pepsi also took a nice 25% drop from the highs we see here of about 122 down to about $95. And again, guys, when these big, large global corporations like Pepsi, Monster, T, all these big companies take huge dips like this, it opens up a huge margin of profit and a good, potential buy point if you see a ton of potential in the company long term, which I personally do with Pepsi because I like its product lines. I like what it's doing, as a company, but we're going to talk about that in a different video. But as we see, over this 180-day chart, 25% drop. And what we're seeing here, guys, is that Pepsi is making higher highs just like T and just like Monster were, right? We see higher highs here. We see the low here at about 95. The next low was at about $100, and then $100 started acting as a nice little support level here. We can see, right? A nice little support level here, and now it's looking to start curling up, but it still has not broken above the 180-day SMA line. So out of the three ones we talked about in this video, Pepsi is the one that has actually not fully confirmed the uptrend until it breaks above the 180-day SMA line, but that's what I'm going to be watching very, very closely before I put more into this particular position, because I already have some money in Pepsi that I put in at about $100 at this particular consolidation point, because I did see a low point at $95, and from there it started making higher highs. So I figured $100 was a good initial buy point, and now I'm just waiting until it breaks above the 180-day SMA line before I put more money into Pepsi. So again, guys, this is what I'm doing, right? The whole philosophy here is to track large cap corporations that have big global brand names, and whenever they take dips, I'm going to look into their companies and find out whether or not I like them long term or as a swing trade for a couple of months. And that's what I'm going to be doing with Pepsi, T, and Monster. So if you guys found value in this video, feel free to drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. The link is down below in my description, @StriveSmart. Make sure you do your own research before you invest in the stock market. Do not invest in any of these stocks solely based off of my opinion, because that's how you're going to become a successful swing trader, investor, day trader, whatever you want to become. You have to know how to do it self-sufficiently. So I hope you guys are killing your dreams, crushing your goals. Let's make some money today. Peace!